In the 2020s, every manufacturer offers a lineup of crossovers, and for Jeep, whose entire identity and history is based on producing off-road worthy and rugged SUVs, finding ways to differentiate themselves from Ford, Subaru, and Chevrolet has become more challenging over the years, with brands hopping on this bandwagon. Up to this point, Jeep has continued to do what they know best: design and engineer off-roaders or crossovers American families are looking for. But for 2021, the shift to bigger and better things, literally and figuratively, has created a lot of buzz and excitement surrounding this brand. The all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee L is here to redefine and reshape the American SUV market, not only in affordable price ranges, but also for the luxury segments as well, as this generation is nothing like its predecessors, and in fact combines everything we've loved about Jeep throughout the decades with a whole new style and character that just might propel the Grand Cherokee to new heights. So here are 5 reasons why you should buy a 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Versatility comes in 2 forms. You have off-road capability, and then a vehicle that can adapt to all situations you'll encounter throughout the week. And for Jeep, they've been able to accomplish both aspects, where the Grand Cherokee L can take on a variety of terrain, but also the optional airless suspension you can afford through 2 feet of water, as this SUV will provide almost 11 inches of ground clearance in its highest setting. Almost every SUV can take on some light off-roading, especially with 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. But what makes the Grand Cherokee L different is that it incorporates features not found in this price range, and has qualities you don't see from manufacturers outside of Europe. When you look at the new Grand Cherokee L, it has a similar front fascia to other vehicles in the lineup. But as you make your way up the trim levels, the plastic cladding gets replaced with a full paint finish. And when you take a peek inside, you're met with leather seats and a plush interior. When you're not seeking the path less traveled on a weekend adventure, the Grand Cherokee L doubles as a luxury SUV, but more importantly, a family-friendly crossover that provides all the room you desire, and an intuitive cabin that makes living with this vehicle very enjoyable. One trend that's beginning to become popular among brands is fitting a 3rd row in crossovers. But as you find out rather quickly, is that those additional 2 seats aren't going to be very conducive for anyone over the age of 6 years old. For 2021, the Jeep Grand Cherokee L is 15 inches longer than the prior generation, while also outclassing every competitor when it comes to size, unofficially making it a full-sized SUV. Besides the ability to have passengers over 5 feet sitting in the 3rd row, how the interior is designed and the technology available for some of the higher trims is going to make parents very happy. For each row, there's usable storage compartments, most notably for the center console in the 2nd row, where you can easily store small electronics or toys to keep your children entertained. But also, there will be 4 USB and USB-C inputs for connectivity, including a USB and USB-C outlet for each passenger in the last row. Then for the driver and front passenger, Jeep offers a unique feature called the Fam Cam, where you can keep an eye on every seat in the Grand Cherokee, with the ability to select which seat you want to focus on to make sure no one is getting themselves into trouble. Then for the rear cargo space, you'll initially have right around 17 cubic feet of room, which is enough for groceries and smaller items. But when those 3rd row seats aren't in use, they conveniently fold flat with a press of a button, making the Grand Cherokee L practical as well. Unlike its closest competitors, this SUV leans more towards being a Chevrolet Tahoe alternative when it comes to size, rather than having 3-row crossover tendencies, which is why most buyers are going to find that Jeep is offering a vehicle that better suits their lifestyles than rival brands. Up until very recently, we'd never look at Jeep as being a company offering anything more than affordable crossovers. But now it can be debated as to whether this American manufacturer is becoming a well-rounded SUV brand in the 2020s, where they're now going to take on luxury segments with the imminent arrival of the Grand Wagoneer. While not the most popular among consumers in the grand scheme of things, if you wanted a luxury SUV from Detroit, you either went with the Cadillac Escalade, Lincoln Navigator, and Aviator, or possibly a GMC Yukon. Now you have an alternative with the Grand Cherokee L, which offers similar dimensions to bigger SUVs, but also offers features found in German brands, such as the Audi Q7. For example, airlift suspension, 4-zone climate control, heated, ventilated, and massaging leather seats, a full digital gauge cluster, head-up display, power folding second and third row seats, and a digital rear-view mirror. Even better, you're receiving all these features in the Summit for a grand total of around $65,000, undercutting the BMW X7 and Mercedes-Benz GLS by $10,000. While not directly taking on these vehicles, Jeep is positioning the Grand Cherokee L to be the attainable premium luxury SUV that only the Cadillac Escalade was capable of being from US brands in the past. Building off of what we just discussed with the Grand Cherokee L being an attainable luxury SUV, the technology is really where buyers are going to be most impressed. Besides Tesla, American brands are far behind their foreign rivals, not only with their lack of digitalized dashboards, but also how they integrate these features into the overall interior design. Despite being looked at as a negative, being a member of the Stellantis family actually pays off, as the Uconnect 5 infotainment system can be found in current Maserati products, which is going to help elevate the driving environment you find yourself in once you get behind the wheel. Then as you look to the digital gauge cluster, the resolution and quality could easily rival some European brands, and certainly outclasses what we've seen from Ford and Chevrolet. From here, you can display the navigation map, but very uncommon for SUVs in this price range is night vision with animal and pedestrian detection. Technology and luxury in 2021 go hand in hand, and when you experience the Grand Cherokee L for the first time, you don't feel like you've walked into an outdated vehicle, and that's going to be important moving forward for Jeep. The interior provides both a futuristic and analog design, which should translate well with longtime Grand Cherokee owners, while also drawing in a whole new generation of buyer to the Jeep family. Ultimately, what's going to make the Grand Cherokee L popular is that it's one of the most family-oriented SUVs you can buy right now. When you factor in the interior and cargo space, the on- and off-road capability and versatility, and the luxury qualities for the higher trims, you have a vehicle that can easily rival all competition in this segment. Leading up to this decade, many questioned how Jeep could differentiate themselves in an era where manufacturers are embracing a full crossover lineup. And now we have a definitive answer with the Grand Cherokee's complete redesign. In 2021, there have been a few candidates for Vehicle of the Year, but Jeep has completely flown below the radar. And once this SUV becomes more mainstream, consumers are going to find out that the Grand Cherokee L just might be the best 3-row crossover on the market today. We hope you enjoyed this quick buyer's guide for the 2021 Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos like this one. And if you're interested in buying a Grand Cherokee or any other 3-row SUV, make sure to check out our full reviews to help you find your next vehicle. And thanks for watching.